We're live from Basel. The fifth place game in the men's division. Last year's champions, Panthers of Bern, changed their name and now they're changing the showcase field they perform under. They are now Ratrac from Bern. And they were shocked in the quarter by Zurich and now have played their way back through. Crazy Dogs lost out in the quarter to Solibang, and they've won their way back up. Place here at the Swiss Nat. I should have the services of Ulrike Lehmann joining me at some stage of this game. She's just won herself a bronze medal in the women's division, so she shouldn't be too long. What was it? Lutz, what is it? Lutz? What is it? Okay. Nice. Ratrac, not just a name change, but part of a merger with Scorillas. The Scorillas still exist, and Panthers not performing as well as they did last year, so they will try and work out the best that they can do with this merger moving forward now. Polmeyer zips it, it's Schwartz on the chase. He reads it well, left hands it because he's a lefty, but then throws it right through number 66, Benjamin Lurch. Benjamin Willie, the man known as Pony, to pick up. Willie goes to Vitaliano. Ooh, that was a speculator, but it does count. Benjamin Willie. He's jacked it. Oh, it's got enough, just enough. The continuation goes to Schauber, and he cashes in. And that is a break. Break or a hold? Thank you. So after the first break, Crazy Dogs chase down the pole and Ratrac come under. Polmeyer. Second touch, second zip. He whips it to his brother. That's a Polmeyer to Polmeyer score. Jean-Philippe to Frederick. And they hold on the second asking. One apiece. Break in the back pocket for Crazy Dogs. Here comes the pull from Ratrac. Vitaliano lets it bounce off of him. And with Husler, they work behind the disc. Daucourt to Husler. Vitaliano overshoots, and now a chance to break back for Ratrac. Neuenschwander throws out in front to Gandamian, and he throws into traffic. Ridley winds up, delivers. Vicky on the chase, and he hangs on. And that is a hold for the Crazy Dogs, but a dirty one with a couple of turns in between. My toothpaste was really nice this morning, by the way. I used the pink one. Oh yeah. I'm very live on two. And going to one and what? Pretzel bread, a Swiss thing. This stuff is delicious. There's the pull from Crazy Dogs. Right out of the hands of the 50 shirt, Basel Fowler. And here comes Ratrac. Lurch gets to Pohlmeyer. Pohlmeyer to Pohlmeyer. That's Jean-Marc to Frederick again. Jean-Philippe, rather. Now back to Pohlmeyer and in for the goal. That was quick and easy. Benjamin Lurch with the goal. And Ratrac tie things up back at 2, but maintain back a break. Italiano finds the disc that lands out of bounds. And a zone in front of Vitaliano. Daucourt goes in the middle to Ridley. Up the line, Vicky. Daucourt. Left hand to Ridley. Ridley throws the hammer, and well handled there by the number 8 shirt. Crazy Dogs put another one on the board with the Husler connection. And so, Pretzel bread is a German thing. Thanks, I thought that was supposed to be a conversation that was muted. But appreciate the commentary in the chats. Who's going to win this game, everybody? Is this Crazy Dogs or is this Ratrac? What do you like back home in the chats? handled and moved up to Staub. Big one faked and then sent back to Stoller. Stoller winds up. It's targeted Schwartz. Schwartz gets there and handles very easily. Oh, and puts it in with just enough float for Oliver Staub to change directions on his cut and still find a way to get his hand on that goal. Things are heating up here in Bern. Temperatures pushing into the 30s now. In Basel, temperatures pushing into the 30s here. Our camera crew working hard to give you the shots in the blazing sun all day long. And these athletes working hard in this sun too. That goes without saying. Vitaliano goes to Vicky. Now big gainer, Vitaliano moving a little bit too quickly to be able to hang on to that. Ratrac, the deep shot goes. Benjamin Villi in front, and there was a chance for Loic Muller, but he couldn't squeeze down on it. Now it's Willie to Riedle. Villi, the man known as Pony, now gives the zipper, but knocked down with the gratuitous but ensuring layout D there. Oberson. Neuenschwander walks to the disc. Kadamian. Island. Negri. Neuenschwander. Gets Muller. Gadamian. Fakes a couple ways and then goes to Neuenschwander. Wegmuller. To Neuenschwander. He's shot for goal. He's made it count. That's Loic Muller with the goal. And that is a go-ahead goal for Ratrac, so it's a break. Here's the pull. Gino Negri sends it from one end to the other. And that is a great pull, as good as they come, and just handled. One pass out, still in the end zone on a gainer. It man. Oh, and there's good pressure coming, but well handled there. Loic Muller. tumbles to turf. Now it's Timon Muller. Gadamian. Wind up. Now gets the gainer. Sol Gadamian. He goes backwards to Gino Negri. Sol Gadamian gets wide open coming up line. And now needs an answer to get him out of trouble. Negri. Throws inside to the 11 shirt. It's Vike. Negri. That one in for goal, but is there a conversation? No, there's not. Just mildly celebrated. Timon Muller gets the goal. That is another break, and now Ratrac are on the front foot here, dictating the pace of this game. Ratrac set to pull. Half spinorama by Neuenschwander. And Crazy Dogs set off in the other direction. Husler. Riedle. Vitaliano. Zips one in very hard and fast to Vicky. Vicky goes low to Riedle. Now to Daucourt. And that's a great pickup there by Husler. Daucourt sees Riedle. That looks like it's going to work. He had two options. And the 6 shirt steals the goal. But they don't matter. It all goes to the same scoreboard. 4-5. Crazy Dogs trail by 1 still. That one lands in and rolls out. It'll come into the front corner. Schwartz goes to Jean-Philippe Pohlmeier. Eggenberg involved and back to Schwartz. Eggenberg. Now to Lurch. Schwartz, it's high for him. And he went up early thinking he had it, and it went over his head and floated away. Crazy Dogs. Minder. Minder cuts inside. He's got Mueller. Now, Vili and into Minder for the goal. It was Itman with the assist, and Crazy Dogs put another one back on. 5-5 is the score line. So we've pushed all the way from the morning into the afternoon here, giving you nonstop ultimate action. We've got this big game here for 5th place, Fivals in the open division, and then from here it is nothing but championships. Women's championship game followed up by the men's, or the open's rather, championship game here in Basel for the Swiss title. Ratrac receive the disc. It's Stoller who gives and gets. Now Schwartz. Back to Stoller. Polmeyer. That's Frederick. High release, forehand, Polmeyer to Polmeyer. Jean-Philippe to Frederick, and then he moves it on far sideline. That's Eggenberg running with the Polmeyers. He gets it again. Schwartz, Stoller, quickly finished and strongly finished by Oliver Staub, as that one was forced into a very tight space. And Ratrac put another one on the board and stay up by 1. Here comes the pull from Ratrac. And Benjamin Vili watches it slide out past the track, bounce off the stadium, and back in. Vili with the disc. He drops back. Another completion to Noel Mueller. Mueller shoots deep, but not enough on it. Ratrac will get another chance. Inside break, and that ends up in a turn right before the goal line. Willi throws to Fowler, and Fowler, assessing the situation, now breaks back to Willi. And he will is the answer. Score a goal there, which counts as a break. No, counts as a hold. 6 apiece. Tight game here. We could push our way into a Galaxy point situation. Pulls up and down. Schwartz to Stoller. Polmeyer. Oh, and behind but caught. And ooh, was that toe dragged? Yes. Riedle says it was out. And it was. 81. Mirko Baffa did a good job to hang on to the catch, but then the throw let him down. Husler. Riedle. Fires one into the middle to Daucourt. And now Vicky. Gets Daucourt, who has to make a play for it, and does. Now outside to Riedle, and that counts. And Crazy Dogs break to take a lead back. We got a game here, back and forth action. So breaks and breakbacks, this is all happening at LMNOP. He says Crazies are gonna win. No, if nobody's gonna contest him, then he's the only one who's got an opinion. So he must be right. Everybody, we've got everybody watching thinks Crazy Dogs are gonna win. Is that the case? There's no Ratrac fans out there? 7-6, that's the go-ahead. Polmeyer gets the under. Footer goes to Stoller. Oh, and too far in front for Polmeyer, but he calls the foul and then says, okay, it's a turnover. Even though there's Another look. Yeah, I think Pohlmeyer did well to retract that one. Oh no, is he still saying it? Here is another look. It's got to be way early in that cut. And I think, based on my perspective, this best finishes off what that play looked like for a resolution. Anyways, Benjamin Willie picks it up, and Pony says, we were going to take a timeout and think about this. We want to score and take it to half. So they take a timeout. We're going to take a short break here, too. Don't you go anywhere.
Always on the move? You can keep up to date with ULTI.TV on all of our social media channels. Like, follow, subscribe, share us with a friend, or send us a message just to say hey. Thank you for supporting us in our mission to grow Ultimate everywhere.
So Crazy Dogs are set to go back in here. We've got Ulrike Lehmann, who's just come off her bronze medal winning performance. Congratulations.
Thank you, thank you.
And now here to tickle your ear holes with some extra insights as this game goes on, with a big smile on her face, knowing that she's won her last game and will receive a medal at this Swiss National Championships in the women's division. Willi sends to Daucourt. Daucourt looks upfield, does get the pass to go to Fowler. Fowler slices inside with an outside-in blade.
Seems to be a pick call. As you say, he was suspiciously free.
Yes. Oh, look at that hair on the catch-up. That's a great mullet. Fowler lines up again. Wide and around, and he gets it to go. Oh, and just avoiding collision there, Ittmann. Inside break to Willi. Engages the dump. It's Fowler. He shoots. He scores. 57. Bruno Zrotz cashes in, and that takes the Crazy Dogs to half, Ulrike.
Okay, good job there by a really experienced Crazy Dogs players in the end zone to score that point for the halftime. So they will go get something to drink now, especially hopefully water, and we too, and we take a small break, I guess.
We will do that. Don't you go anywhere. We'll be back with second half action, and indeed with more insights from Ulrike and how she's feeling about her bronze medal.
I will arise and go soon to the Isle of Emerald Green, and watch my mighty heroes go to battle on the screen. Where the ocean kisses Ireland, Shannon's tears of joy flow. That lovely Lady Limerick invites us to the show. From mighty glens and rugged hills, bays and braes raise a sláinte. Ganairi an bóthar leat, agus céad míle fáilte.
We are a group of ultimate players, coaches and video enthusiasts. We've worked with the major federations and the greatest events.
We're on a mission to make Ultimate huge. We want our videos and live streams to be free to watch.
We want to make stories that not only reach you,
but also reach people outside the Ultimate community.
Like and subscribe, ULTI.TV, the best in the world.
Become a member and
fund
fund
our
our
work
work.
to cover more events in the future and to bring more stories and live coverage to the eyes of the Ultimate world and beyond.
And we're back after the halftime break. It is Crazy Dogs with the lead here over Ratrac, which is a combination of two Bern squads. So we just saw Hot Mess, which is a combination of two Bern squads, Panthers and Scorillas.
Yeah, and this is
And
the
this
same combination.
thing.
Yeah, exactly, on the male side.
And
Which is why the Scorillas have a small squad, because most of their really strong players are playing with the Ratrac. They try to repeat last year's first spot in the men's division, and didn't really go their way yesterday, and that's why they're finding themselves in the game for the first place here.
So it's strange that they were last year's championship. They've merged, which would theoretically make them stronger, and they're going to place lower. I guess hopefully whatever they've done is good for the long term. They get a bit more strength in numbers with a doubled up club. Does that mean Panthers club is dead?
No, not really. It's just I think because their teams are so close together, they tend to kind of mix up their friends, trying to set up playing together. It's very similar, for example, for the Crazy Dogs, who also have players that usually play with other clubs that mainly play mixed. And so they, in the open division, they play with them here. And the Scorillas, they have a group that kind of likes to play it a bit easier. So they have the male team where they come with their small rosters, and if they want to qualify for EUC Rs or Fs, then they have to play with the Ratrac team.
Okay, here comes Crazy Dogs. They've got a bit more of their roster at there. Martinez catches the pull, and now it's Rutz who's pointing around and asking for some direction. Leading throw there goes to Schauber, and now Daucourt. From the sideline, he squeezes one into a very small space there. Basel Fowler collects the goal.
Yeah, with some great footwork there. Really just putting the toe in the right spot to make it count.
And so you say Panthers are not dead, they're not finished, but where are they? If that's my, and you may not have the answer, but Scorillas remain here. There's still a Scorillas team because there's some leftovers. But Panthers don't have leftovers. They're using all of their club in theory with some added Scorillas. So where are the Panthers? Will we see them again in the mixed division? Do you think they'll still exist in the open division? Or
I think they definitely exist. I think they just kind of named the team a bit funnier, but it's still the club from the club that is the Panthers, which is still a growing club. They do a lot of junior work and
But
things like this. So they're not that. Like, they also have a mixed team that plays. I think it always depends also a little bit of iterations. Last year, for example, was like the World Club iteration, so they put a lot of effort in there. And this year, maybe they have a rebuilding phase, kind of to come back stronger than the next years.
we will see. That one. Where does it land? It does land out. It's Stoller who's going to get it.
Because if you look at the Ratrac squad, there's a lot of young players also there. indicating a bright future for the Panthers club.
Or the Ratrac club.
Yeah, well, I think they're just calling the team Ratrac.
Okay, so the club remains Panthers.
Yes. Because
And
you probably
does
saw it
Ratrac mean anything?
No idea. I would have to ask.
Okay, we'll get to the bottom of that. Schwarz to Stoller. There's the underneath. It's Eggenberg. Polmeyer.
Yeah.
Gets Schwarz. Schwarz fires inside to Lurch. Schmitz. To Schwarz. And Stoller trying to get free. He does in the end. And Stoller finds Schwarz, but there's a player down. Eggenberg.
I think he slipped just a little bit. Discussing it if it had much of an impact or not.
So disc back in the hands of Schwarz.
He's really pivotal for the team. You can see when he's on the line, almost every second pass goes through him.
Stoller. Breaks around. Lerch to Stoller. Nice high-handed turnaround there in the pivot. Schwarz. The lefty. Inside break, and he zips it in for a goal. And Ratrac are back within two.
Yeah, well, that was an important hold. Don't let the Crazy Dogs get away too far. So this one keeps the options open.
So they're going to need some breaks coming up, but as we know, you can't break without holding first. And they've done the holding part of the job. So when will you get your medal, Ulrike?
After the finals are over, there will be a big ceremony in the end.
And I heard that they've taken chips of pieces of the Matterhorn and put them in the medals. Is that true?
I think they would like to, but unfortunately, they don't let us chip off pieces of that mountain.
Okay, I was making it up. I didn't actually hear that.
But the Matterhorn is on the discs that
yeah.
that the Swiss Association
So
produces.
go and get yourself a Swiss disc if you're here, or if you have somebody here who can do it. Go see Femke or Flo up top and get yourself a Swiss Ultimate disc.
You can also buy them on the website. Just go to ultimate.ch.
Ratrac is a snow groomer for the slopes. Oh, cool. So a grooming machine, I guess is what we would say, a snow grooming machine.
Yeah.
That's an interesting name. These guys are plowing the slopes. That one just into the hands. And a deep shot goes, and just read a little early there. The sixth shirt goes up too soon, and the defense knocks it away.
Defense there by Luc Neuschwander, who is a player that usually plays with the scoreless team. And he's the big beach master of the Swiss Ultimate Association.
Beach master.
He's in charge of everything concerning beach. But as you can see, he's also pretty good on grass.
Are there lots of beaches in Switzerland?
No, but there's one where we have our Swiss Beach Championships.
Lake Beach, of course.
Yes, and it's just big enough for one field.
Good enough. Oh, that one sniped away. Fake hammer, and instead thrown for goal in the near corner. Fowler takes it high and puts the toe down to make it count.
It seems to be his favorite corner. He just scored the previous point in there.
So Crazy Dogs answer back 10-7. They've got a nice lead here. They want the 5th place medal. Oh, wait, there is no fifth place medal.
No.
But they would be the Fivals champions if they win the Fivals. There's always the Fivals and the Ninals when things get reseeded and you still got to play when you get no chance for real gold nor dirty gold. Well, then you can play for the Fivals or the Ninals. Sevenals doesn't really exist.
It's the middle of the bracket, so it's like the top of the second half of the bracket. So still going for the honor. I talked to some of the Ratrac players yesterday, and they were just playing to have fun. Like since they lost their quarterfinal game, I think they were quite disappointed, and they're like, let's just have fun and just show everybody that you can play some cool ultimate and put everybody on the field and see how it goes.
Big pull almost knocks Vicky off balance. A lot of air under it, but not the most distance. Stoller goes the other way to Staub and back to Schwarz. Stoller gets it in the middle of the field. Polmeyer, Frederick goes to Polmeyer, Jean-Philippe.
There's the double Polmeyers brothers.
Staub and his mullet go through Schwarz and then into Blerch.
There was quite a bit of contact there. Could hear it until here.
Everybody seems fine.
Yeah.
Back on their feet, and we're going to keep playing with the disc in Staub's hands. Schwarz goes to Stoller.
Now that's a combination you're saying a lot.
Yeah, those two seem to do a good chunk of the handling for this squad. Polmeyer. Polmeyer to Polmeyer. And that is again Jean-Philippe to Frederick.
Yeah, the big brother to the younger brother. Showing some brotherly love there with a really nice pass. Score point.
Some big bodies, those Polmeyers. They take up a lot of space, big receiving boxes.
There's actually another brother combo on the field now. It's the Gadamian brothers.
I did mention both of those names as well. Gadamians also on Ratrac.
Yes.
We have Jan Andrin and Sol Gadamian. And there was another Polmeyer playing for Hot Mess as well. Is that a
The sister?
Sister, that's a sibling, yes.
And there are quite a few ultimate families there where a lot of siblings are playing.
There was another Lehman on Louvre. Is that a
She is
sister?
not my sister, no.
Okay. But the name is the same, spelled
Yeah,
the same and
exactly,
all. Yes, okay.
exactly, yes.
I wondered. And Gadamian sends it to Vitaliano. And here comes the crazy dogs trying to defend their lead. Mueller moves back on a travel speculation. Zordkirch goes to Zrotz. He jacks it. It floats, and they both read each other, and the disc got away from both of them.
Good defensive positioning there, like drawing. They take her in as well, and just all they could do is see the disc fly over their heads.
Yeah, I was surprised that throw went up. That was a well-defended cut right from the very beginning. Here comes the break opportunity. Vike goes to the other Gadamian, that's Sol.
Looking for his brother. Foul call. And they got some entanglements of feet there on the cutting.
Gadamian waiting for the tap in, which he gets. And he goes to his brother Gadamian. Now the shot goes deep. That looks perfect. What a throw. Loic Mueller chases it down, but the throw from Vike, how about that?
Yeah, full confidence. He saw him from the corner of his eye and just put it deep for him to chase it down. Initially, I thought, oh, this looks very, very fast at the throw, but receiver had really quick legs, getting down there in the blink of an eye to score that point.
Knowing your receiver well, of course.
Yeah, a lot of the players at the Ratrac team, they have played on for earlier iteration called the Panthers Next Gen, so they all started playing at the same time quite a few years ago, so they've known each other for a really long time. They started all as juniors together, and now they're all adults, studying, working. And still playing Ultimate together, doing awesome things on the field.
Doing all the good stuff. Years and years in this wonderful game. And there goes the pull. Down in the hands of Husler. Now Willie. Husler to Willie.
We want to have fun fact. These two are coaching the Swiss under-20 mixed team together with me.
Very nice. That
They're
one.
really fun duo
up
and
to
the tallest
Minder.
person on the field.
Oh, and he throws too far. Schobert throws himself around and can't catch.
That was a really good-looking attempt.
Negri and Ratrac would love another break here. Eggenberg goes back to Stoller, and now Neuenschwander. Where the deep cut was going, but the throw didn't go. Eggenberg throws forward, and that is a break.
Ratrac,
Oberson.
they're coming back.
So it's all tied up at 10s. They're still down a break, but that break will seem much more likely in their heads now that they've pulled off 2 in the last 3 points.
And they're bringing out the shiny orange West. I've seen it earlier. I have trouble figuring it out what it is for. I think it's for kind of awesome stuff on the field.
The last person to do something incredible, maybe. Who knows? Maybe for the last person to get a D, last person to have a layout. I want the orange vest. What do I got to do to get that?
Yeah, you need to ask the Ratrac players.
Maybe somebody in the chat knows. What's the orange vest for? Maybe the person who told us that Ratrac is a snow grooming machine. Who was that? Oh, it's LMNOP, who's told us absolutely everything about the game.
He seems very knowledgeable.
Yes, knowledgeable and committed to the chat.
I hope you also press the like button.
Yes, press the button. Neuenschwander sends the pull. Vitaliano picks it up. Footer.
Looking
Waits
for
for
something he
cuts
likes.
to develop. Gets Zrotz. Back to Footer. And Vicky with pressure on. Footer opens the arm. That one too far. Ratrac with a chance to take a legitimate lead for the first time in a very long time in this contest.
And there's just a tiny bit of breeze that kind of moves the disc a bit further or faster than you think, and it's easily overthrown.
It's a very little bit of wind. Right now that it is mostly calm. There are little gusts, but this is a beautiful
Ooh, a
day for Ultimate.
miscommunication there.
Yeah, that is a shame. Their first chance to break to go ahead, and they give it back in a one-throw miscommunication. Can't be happy with that. There's the shot, and that's going to make it that much more difficult now for Ratrac, as Crazy Dogs do get to hold, and they go up 11-10.
Yeah, putting their foot down and saying, this is our game. You might have come back a little bit, but now it's our time to score again. And so they did.
Yeah, it's nice when you're ahead, when you can respond to these break trains against you and the team's coming back, and you can just, nope, we're going to hold and put ourselves back up by 1. No more breaks. But it's going to get interesting here. I mean, the one thing that is very obvious with these two rosters is Ratrac has a much bigger roster, like a whole 7 extra players. So the longer this game goes, there's a slightly bigger advantage that goes to the bigger roster. Now, are both teams using their entire rosters throughout this game? Not quite. They're still both using, the majority of their stronger players. But I do see Ratrac using a little bit more depth than we've seen out of Crazy Dogs. So let's see if that comes into play. Stoller goes around with a very nice throw. Now to Frederick Pohlmeier, who has no mark on him still. Now the mark arrives, and he goes to Schwartz. And Schwartz straight back to Frederick Pohlmeier. Jean-Philippe. Pohlmeier goes back to Stoller. Lurch to Stoller. Wide around, and the help D by Minder, and they put it to him. Can he get there?
Putting on the cannon?
Yes, he most certainly can. The big man shows his speed and gets the double happiness.
Really nice fast break offense there.
How about that defense by Minder coming off his own man who threw to knock away the short pass in the backfield there.
Yeah, he somehow sniffed it that it was a bit short because it went up relatively high and came back short behind him, and with his long arms, wide reach.
Here's the replay. Oh, good, a great job. He was guarding Stoller. Came off while he realizes floating and then catches up to this. I mean, he did a bit of everything there, including put the plate on his head at the end.
He definitely needed some shade. Sun is burning down there.
It is hot, hot, hot. So, Crazy Dogs get 2 in a row. Well, this is a must score for Ratrac now. And to be honest, they can't really afford to give up too much more. It's 12 points. They've got a little bit of breathing room, but not much. Jean-Philippe Pohlmeier gets Eggenberg on the under. Eggenberg goes to Lerch.
Pohlmeier with the disc to Pohlmeier.
And the finish to Lerch, and they do score. Ratrac back on the board, down by 1. Still need some breaks.
Yes, there will be great flow there for this point. So now part 1 done. We get the score, so now we need the break.
That's what they need for sure. Crazy Dogs don't believe that they need that. Crazy Dogs will try and hold their own and continue to slam the door shut on any potential for a comeback. But Ratrac, it'll be interesting to see how they call these lines. They're leaving their D-line out there. And if I'm coaching right now, I think I'm probably going to start pulling over a couple of those O-line stars to play a bit of D. Maybe one or two at a time right now. Maybe get one of the Polmeyers out there, even Schwartz, somebody who can play defense and then can really help to convert.
But it doesn't like
Yeah.
if they're doing this. We see the Gadamians. It looks more like the D lines they've been putting on before. I mean,
Yeah.
they did
Which
quite a
I
good
mean,
of job. I
the-
mean, they still absolutely hanging in there. Maybe a bit later on.
There's something to be said for trusting your lines and backing your lines too, but in a last game of a tournament with time running out, you sometimes line management becomes as big as a decision as anything that's done on the field. Making sure our lenses are clear at any cost here at ULTI.TV. Pony, Benjamin Villi goes to Dowcourt. Dowcourt opens up the arm, and it's offline, and Schauber unable to change his course.
Yeah, good defensive pressure there by Wieck.
So, chance to tie the game again if they can break here.
They just have one handler and Sticking putting the step pretty deep. Let's see what the plan is.
This is an old
Just trying to-
Bologna-style offense.
Is he going to hack it?
Well,
Yeah.
every undercut's supposed to stay for a reset. Gadamian gets it under. That's Weich. Neuenschwander. Shot for goal! He goes into full scorpion. Muleman hits the ground. His chest drags into the earth and his back legs. He's wearing the orange now, so it's going to have something to do with spectacularity.
Absolutely, he was there. No consideration for our body's well-being. Putting himself just down in the air and then snag the disc, score the point.
I hope we get to see that one again. As I said, full scorpion. You don't get to see that too often, but that really is having no regard for your well-being. Here's another look.
Pass to Wieck. And then
Kaplow. Look at that scorpion.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. Here's a second angle. I could watch this one all day long. Oh, and there's the scorpion again.
yeah, he's wearing the full gear now. Helmet and vest.
And more importantly, it's tied up. More importantly, they got a break. More importantly, they got a spark with that break at this crucial moment of the game. We've got a great finish in front of us. 12-12 in the battle for fifth here at Swiss Nats.
All for the honor. Fowler
So
with the disc, looking for options.
he gets Vitaliano in the under. Footer. Back to Vitaliano, who sends it. Great sticky hands by Zrotz. Zrotz fakes the backhand around and then waits for development. Goes backwards to Footer. Footer to Vitaliano, who fakes the scoop. Footer flips through the middle to Vicky. He opens himself up again. And then wide open to Zukirch. He had to really work to get that one around the defender. Footer. Vitaliano cuts up line and the replacement comes. That's Muller. Muller didn't like the engagement, then he shoots up to Vitaliano, who ends up being a better option. Vitaliano shoots wide, and the defense comes just a bit too late. Crazy Dogs put another goal on the board, and is there a conversation about this? Because I wouldn't get it at this stage.
Well, there seems to be some kind of call. I think there was maybe a pick call
pick called is what it is. Okay. So it must have happened much before that. Gadamian looked like he was close enough. He laid out and the disc went past him. And he says he was picked. That's why he was that much further away than he would have liked to be.
Yeah, but the way he's setting back up, it's not that close.
Back in the hands of Vitaliano. He goes to Vicky. Vicky goes, and Zrotz can't get there, and he's hurt. He goes down and hits his head, or whiplash, as he hits the deck. It's going to be a turnover, but first things first is taking care of this player.
No, injury call. I think he kind of landed at an awkward angle, being tended to by his teammates, so getting some water.
We're going to take a very short break here and be back by the time we're going to be back in action. Roll a short ad. Yeah. Give it 30. Nobody's moving right now.
Europe, a cradle of culture, melange of languages, and beacon of diversity. A continent rampant with rivalries, forged and broken through years of shared history. Time for another chapter. 48 teams representing 22 countries look to cement their legacy at the 2023 European Ultimate Championships. You can join them. Watch live, for free, only on ULTI.TV.
So Minder has come in for the injury replacement. Schwartz also substituting for Ratrac. And that's a sensible change for both teams, particularly to get Schwartz on to control the offense, but one throw turn. And Crazy Dogs can stay ahead as Vitaliano puts his toe down there. And what a turn of events there. A score with a pick called, an injury on the second try.
Yeah. Very eventful, very eventful.
Everything just happened there. So Crazy Dogs stay ahead. 13-12, they're 2 away and 1 up. Just as I was saying, it was a great idea to get Schwartz on the field to help control the offense. They throw to him, and they throw too far for him, and that ends up being the cause of the turn.
Yeah, he was probably fresher than his teammate, so the page was not the same. They found themselves on. Giving a really, really short field to the Crazy Dogs that they used to their advantage.
Crazy Dogs D-line sends down the disc. Stoller stays on, does Schwartz. Polmeyer, Frederick to Eggenberg. Stoller is wide open going up line. He goes underneath to Stouffer. Now for goal, it's Frederick Polmeyer, and quick response from Ratrac.
Yes, very efficient. West is changing possession again.
Is it just the goal scorer?
Maybe.
Because that wasn't that exceptional by Polmeyer, except the fact that it was a goal. And did we see a timeout called?
I don't think so. They're just using all their choices. So maybe they're putting up got one.
I'm pretty sure I did see a timeout hand. We're going to assume as much until they do something otherwise.
Yes, they were calling people together also on the Crazy Dog side, so it looks very much like a timeout. So We will take a small one as well.
And be back with you in no time.
Europe, a cradle of culture, melange of languages, and beacon of diversity. A continent rampant with rivalries, forged and broken through years of shared history. Time for another chapter. 48 teams representing 22 countries look to cement their legacy at the 2023 European Ultimate Championships. You can join them. Watch live for free only on ULTI.TV.
Let's go!
Back in action. Timeout has been taken. It's 13-13 in a game to 15. Maximum 3 points to play, so we are in one here.
Yeah, it's been a game of short runs. Often it's like 2 points per team, and then the other one gets to score again. Let's see how it goes this time.
Crazy Dogs, Vitaliano opens up and goes to Fowler. Inside throw to Minder. And he gets to Mueller. Oh, and there is the D. That is out of the hands of Eggenberg. And you see a couple of crossovers now in Eggenberg and Polmeyer, both playing on the D line. Now the leading pass to Gadamian. He fakes the big and then goes inside to Vike. Vike to Negri and straight back. Negri's open again, but everybody's open. Feet stomped down. Mueller, who scorpioned earlier, gets the goal, the go-ahead goal to 14.
Okay, so that looks obviously paid off for the Panthers to cross over some of their players. Ratrac.
So now the pressure on to the Crazy Dogs. The task, very simple. Score 2 in a row. Hold and then break. The task for Ratrac will break and you win, or concede and then hold. Two very different but distinct situations that will tell the tale in this match. 14-13. We're at the pointy end here. Who's in the chat? Who's going to win this? Is it Ratrac's now? Was that last break the pivotal break? Let us know what you think. Now there's multiple orange vests on the sideline. Vitaliano rests, lets it land and misses the block. So defense will be fully on by the time Willie picks up now. Itman is jogging a cut. And Ridley comes through. Now Itman's at full speed. Oh, but that one well over, but Minder, he doesn't mind getting his hands on that floaty one. Veli goes to Ridley. Ridley finds Vili. He works hard to find Vili. Vili goes back to Vitaliano and straight back to Pony. Head nodding for some directional advice. And Vitaliano and Vili exchange possession again, and they'll try it one more time. Instead, they find Minder on the far sideline. Minder goes to Ridley. Ridley looks for the upline, then goes back to Vitaliano. Oh, and the bid! What a play by Eggenberg. That's his second layout D in the last 2 points. That man needs a vest.
Yes, but he's a flying Ratrac, so he's not really carving any snow. He's carving in the air.
Holy jumping bajulies. Timeout called. How's that to think about it after giving the disc away? But long field in front of them. We're going to take a break. Let us know in the chat who's going to win this game. You guys are awfully quiet for a very exciting game coming to an end here. We'll be back in no time.
Those who do not know their history can never relive it. The skies, the dives, the sideline smiles. Our past is held in photo albums, drinking stories. The present is a gift. And here at ULTI.TV, we want to make sure we always appreciate it, capturing the immortal moments of Ultimate from around the world and making sure everyone can enjoy them for free, forever. Because the future belongs to all of us.
Look at some of the replays over the course of this game. That was the Eggenberg block. And there is the last break we saw. The throw from Vike into Mueller. So this one's going to start right back in the goal. Gino Negri will have the big old mark.
Right in the coffin corner.
Tough spot for that big mark. Oh, and they force the up line and they don't take it away in the cutting space. Now the 13 shirt with the disc. Wegmuller goes to Negri. Gandamian comes under. Gandamian goes around. He gets Muleman. Oh, the defense is coming, but Eggenberg not to be denied. Now the shot in front. Defender comes. Riedle takes it away at the last second.
I think Gandamian thought he had more time to catch that one.
He knew he had the defender on the inside beat, but the trailer came, and Riedle saves the day there with a grab low as well. Minder goes to Vitaliano. There's the shot. Bounced. Oh, and the second chance won't work. Gandamian now with the hands to the head indicating injury.
There were an awful lot of bodies there in the corner.
Itman looked like he wanted that one. I was surprised Vitaliano threw it, though. I liked the cut to stretch the field, but I thought Vitaliano would have needed to turn back to the inside. Easier to say after the fact.
Yes. I think it worked a couple of times, but it's take a classic case of end zone eyes. I think you got Stoller coming in for Gandamian. they were starting from the same corner as before. Let's see how they fare this time.
Stoller with a chance to win this game. He goes to Eggenberg. Stoller does a 360 cut and gets up line. Now inside to Mullerman. Back to Stoller. The up line to Eggenberg, now just meters away. Eggenberg breaks inside, has Vike, and that's the game. 5th place at the Swiss Nationals goes to Ratrac from Bern.
Yes. And they're quite happy that they managed to turn this one around, because at the halftime it was a bit far away.
And they've got the job done. Halftime they were down. They had a nice second half. I think for my money, Eggenberg's play at the end of the game, getting those Ds, the most important part of their run, of their ability to turn it around. A great play by many, of course. It was a great team effort from both sides.
Yeah, it was really cool to see that both teams used all the roster to play. I think everybody got touches on the disc. They don't really just run through a few players, so it's really, really awesome and a really entertaining game to watch.
Great one indeed. We're going to take a break. We've got the
women's final
coming up next, and we're going to see Swarm from Zurich against Flying Angels of Bern. Fabulous, the women's iteration. So don't you go anywhere. Nothing but finals coming up from here on out. We'll be back on ULTI.TV for Ulrich Lehmann. I've been Stef Pazzo. Thanks, and see you very soon.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Merci beaucoup.
Yeah, Ultimate.
ULTI.TV.